Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. Yay, brand new day. So first thing, before I forget, the daily Shelton, Washington weather, plague rat, and spider report. On the weather front, it's still not raining. It's been very dry, humid, but dry. It's not so humid that things are damp. It's humid so that when you go out walking, you sweat a little bit more, but it's still dry because the wind is blowing and such like that. I gotta double check on my chair and my spacing, make sure I'm centered and that my back is not too twisted up. It's all twisted up. But it's fine on that front. Good weather. It's going to be, if not sunny, at least bright. Thumbs up for that. On the plague rat report, well, about a month ago, there were only 33 cases of the covfefe bug in Mason County where I live. As of this morning, there's 59, so in a month, it's almost doubled. Now, again, that's not a lot. I mean, there's 10,000 people in Shelton alone, and there's many small cities and such in the county around us. So it's not huge, but it's here, and it's burning. So whenever I go out, of course, I mean, I'm to the point now that I still don't wear it when I first head out. Because I live in, while it's populated, there's not a whole lot of foot traffic. It's easy to make sure that there's social distancing. It's when I get downtown, after I've smoked a couple pre-rolls, that I make sure that the mask is on now. So I've got my mask on when I'm downtown Shelton, and then I wear it, of course, into any stores I go into, and then, of course, I'm carrying stuff afterwards, so I wear it all the way home. So, thumbs up for that. And on the spider report, ooh, this is a story that has 4 actors, well, only 3 now. So there's 4 different outcomes to this. I am hissing around my upper plate, my lower plate. I'm so sorry. I have mentioned before, depending on how well if I'm going to have the extra camera showing this, down below here next to my hamster cage is a light. Underneath the light is the top of the hamster cage. In this corner, right at the very top, but not above it, is a wad of webs and just a little tiny spider living inside of it. A little tiny thing. So I'm feeling very protective toward the little thing and just hoping that it's going to be okay. Well, this morning, because the window is open 24/7 and I keep this little flashlight thing on, one night, I have to keep it plugged in, the battery's dead, so it doesn't work as a flashlight anymore. It works as a night light, so I have to plug it in, and then I have just this one light on, so that it casts like the light of a full moon in the room, so that while the animals can live fine in darkness, they need to see a little bit, just a tiny bit. So I give them like the light of a full moon, and with the window open, bugs. So here I am this morning, and there's like this big crane fly thing, this big, and it wasn't really a crane fly, but it was an insect, and it went zoop onto my monitor. So I went, grabbed it, and then took it down and started putting it in Gojira's face. I poked her with my finger to wake her up, and then started putting the bug in her face to see if she's going to eat it, because they like to eat bugs. And she was like, at first, and then she was like, oh, that, yeah, I like that. And she was trying to grab it, and so I let go of the bug. She was not very good at grabbing, so it went zoop, got free, thump into the webs. So it's caught by like a foot or two and whipping all around the place, and this little tiny spider is down there trying to get down and then run away and then get down in there and then run away because it's going nuts. And I'm thinking to myself, hey, I sure hope you can get that thing, you little thing. That's not the way I said it. There were too many things there. So I get that thing, little guy. And then it was like, oh, little miss. Because English defaults to male terms when you're speaking of things of indeterminate gender, as annoying as that is. So, but it's, if you see a spider, 95% chance it's female. It's the male of the species of any spider is smaller and harder to see and they're skittish. and the big ones that you see are largely the female spiders. So, but I kept hoping that it would get that bug. I didn't want to crush and kill the bug. I didn't want to do anything like that. But if something else grabs it and eats it, well, that's just nature, isn't it? Well, now that little spider's been having a feast, just chowing on that great big old bug. I mean, good golly, Miss Molly, just the juices inside the bug's head alone would probably keep that spider going for quite some time. So that spider is probably going to be molting soon. Thumbs up for that. And Gojira is now awake. She's wandering around down in her little home, digging through stuff to make her nest up better. So that's a good thing. She's doing well. Little Dust Mop is still so active. I pick him up so much during the day because he's always running up on top of his house and then looking up at me. It's only when I make noise, really, that he does that. He runs up to look at me and see what's going on. So I reach in and I pick him up and I bring him out and I let him run around on my pant legs, or I let him run around here up on my chest, or I let him run around on my arms. Occasionally I'll put him down on like the other lids or put him down on the floor so he can sniff and snurf stuff. And then I'll just pick him back up and put him down. I am very, very good for that. I will pick up a hamster for 30 seconds and then put it back down, and then a minute later pick it up for 30 seconds and then put it back down. So what can I say? I love the little things. Oh, excuse me. Oh, my tummy's upset. Isn't that special? Not really, but my sincere apologies. If I were a hypervlogger, I would cut that out, but I am not, so I don't. Also, this was really, really nice. I cannot read the name all that well, but the other day I went to the post office and there is an actual postcard. Yay! Now, I am not exactly sure where it is from. It does not say. There is no real stamp that I can find for, you know, who did it and all that. The things didn't print all that well because there's like the stamps and stickers on this side, and so when the machine went to put down the print where the sticker was, no ink. So, but it's very cool, and it looks like it's Anna and Lena. Thank you very, very much. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Very, very nice. Definitely a thumbs up. Past that, not much to say. I've just been existing, and boy, I fell asleep yesterday in the heat, and that was terrible, terrible. What happens too, I mean, when I fall asleep and I stop breathing, it's not good, and I could tell I had stopped breathing because my outer extremities were tingling. I also get, not always, but I also get a bit of a visual effect where it looks like literally the world has gone pixelated out at the edges. There are these just blocks, squares, that like flash a little bit gray. And whenever I exert myself and need oxygen quite a lot, those pixel spots pulse. Only at times like that, when I haven't had enough to oxygen for my brain. So there's some effect going on that's my brain is having issues, because that you shouldn't be seeing flashing gray pixels in your vision. And yet I do. So yay on that. But then my vision is weird that way too. Like 10, 12 years some back when I was in the, I'm going to sneeze here real soon. I was in the hospital because of cellulitis, and I was so sick that my vision kept going black, but it didn't just fade out or go to black. There would be these, at the edges of my vision, there would be a triangle, a silver triangle that would flash into existence and then fade out into dark purple. So my vision would be fine, and then there would be flash, and then it would be dark purple there, and flash, flash, flash. So that more and more these triangles were popping up, and my vision was just getting like this until it would go away, and it was all just dark, and then flash, bright silver, and then I could see, and then flash, and then it would start up again. So yay. Hopefully I'm not dying when that happens, even though it is hypoxia. lack of oxygen to the brain, and heart, which is the bad part. And of course, speaking about the covfefe bug, I don't know how or if schools are going to be opening up here in the United States come fall. Because it's bad now. I mean, if you're in some place like Houston, Texas, and I talked about how in Florida they're running out of beds, in places like Houston, Texas, if you have a heart attack, you're in trouble. Because hospitals are turning away ambulances. They don't have any beds. So if you go to a hospital and they say no, and there are no more hospitals in town, where do you go? We're at that point now, where people are being denied care because there's no beds. And this is not good. One of the I read an article where it's not this is definitely going to happen, but it's here's the things that are happening. Here is a path that is likely to happen based on what we've seen in history before. Places that can't get rid of plagues, they become permanent. You can't get rid of it anymore. Through a combination of there's just too many infected and reinfections and people that refuse, you can't get rid of it anymore, which means it's always surging. And then what do? You can't control it. And no one else in the world is going to want to deal with us because there's a raging pandemic. Well, epidemic at this point, because we're going to be the only one that's going to be dealing with it this way. Well, aside from like Brazil and Russia and Sweden. But if you can't get rid of it, it will become permanent. And then you're stuck with it. You know why? What happens to places where they become permanent plague states? We read about them in history because they fail so hard. So, if the United States becomes a permanent plague state because of this, and it's entirely possible because the current administration has given up entirely. The plan is let it burn. And that's it. That is the plan. By the time, if there is an election and we get a new president, there will have been almost a full year of this thing burning out of control. Which means we're likely to become a permanent plague state. Yay. I don't like talking about depressing and awful things, but there's just so much depressing and awful stuff happening in the world. I would be lying to myself and lying to everybody else if I tried to pretend that this stuff was not happening and was not affecting me. Since this is my channel and my vlog and all this is about my mental health, talking stuff out, getting it out so it's not just festering inside of me, I am very sorry that 2020 is such a dumpster fire, that my country is such a dumpster fire, that we've got all this happening. So, yay. I have had a tick, TIC, just a nervous twitch, underneath this eyelid, right here. It just twitches and pulls. This is exaggerated so that you can see, but it's been doing this for like 2 months now, just at random, and nothing I do stops it. It is so annoying. I want it to quit. It's probably a fibromyalgia thing. Thumbs up for that. Anyway, though, I have opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I am going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I am not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Thumbs up for that. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I am an American English speaker. what's that other part? It's like, you see the fibro part here, where even though I count in American Sign Language with my fibro, depression, and more, I forget stuff so much. I went blank there trying to figure out what the next part in the spiel was. Oy vey. Thumbs up and thank you so very much for having put up with me. Anyway, though, let me call up my Chrome. We have Ice Damon, thumbs up and thank you. Spirited Little Taito, I sure hope I'm close. Oblivion with a 3 instead of an I, greatly appreciated. Jumbled Sap / Rama, greatly appreciated. Clint Logan, greatly appreciated. And Kathy Kiss Cat, please be careful. Keith Geralds, greatly appreciated. Soundmaster Blink, thumbs up and thank you. We have Sammy Sanchez, I sure hope I'm close. Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated. Entity, the Imagination, ooh, like the name. Tiger Lily Girl 1, thumbs up and thank you. Elder Wolf 569, very good to see you in the comments. Thumbs up and thank you very much. Moosang Magosi, I bet I'm nowhere close, but thank you very much. And Henry Giovanetto, thumbs up and thank you. 60k subs without any videos challenge, how about that? And then we have Fina Marie, I sure hope I'm close. And Rainy, greatly appreciated. Edgar Rangel, however it is, thank you very, very much. Dartu Daniel, thank you very much. And Melioda Soy, thumbs up and thank you. FRMACLEOD, I don't know how to pronounce that, but thank you very much, and I honestly wish I knew. Christopher Thomas, greatly appreciated. And Aaron S, thumbs up and thank you. And I've always wanted keyboards for tablets. Oh boy. And then Ren Rain, thumbs up and thank you so very, very much. Each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Whether or not I actually read your comment or respond, well, I mean, I read your comment. I read them all. If I respond, that's the part. No matter if I respond to your comment, the fact that you left it and I read it does help. Thank you so very much. I don't know how my brain is working this morning, or if it is. If you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you'd like to help me out, but you don't want to send money to one of those two places, I have a PayPal link down below. If you could check that out, that would be very cool. And if you wanted to help me out without sending money, I have an Amazon wish list link as well. Things like cat food, hamster bedding, silly things, not silly things. If you could check it out, that would be very cool. Now, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. A definite thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell. That would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you're down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. Definitely a thumbs up. Well, good golly, Miss Molly, I have this video here. I've got another video I need to edit and render. I've got stuff I not really need to do. It's a Saturday, isn't it? So I gotta take it a little bit easy. Be careful on myself. I gotta practice my own self-care. Thumbs up for that. So, Black Lives Matter. Justice for everyone that the out-of-control rioting cops are murdering. There's too many names. Justice for them all. 1312. You take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend. And that is a very good thing.